Hello, welcome to today's tutorial. This tutorial will look at how B4X processes date and time. Okay, B4X uses this system of date and time processing. Date and time are stored as long values, representing milliseconds from January 1st, 1970, using the Unix epoch time. Okay, to set the date format, you use datetime.date format equals to you choose the format which is year, month, and day. The time format to date and time.time format, you can use that and then choose the hour, minute, seconds, the way you want it. You can check docs.oracle.com simple date and time format for the formats that are available. B4X uses the Java style date and time. Okay, so year, small letters like this, capital letters year like this. Okay, so that is how to set the date and time, then the year. Okay, now moving on, we can also use date and time dot set time zone. You can use it to set time zone to the date and time you want, the zone you want. Sorry. Okay, good. Now let's log some few things. To get the current date and time, you can say log. You use date time dot now, which is a read only to give you the date and time now in long, as long. So now if I run this, we should have a long value here for the date and time. As you can see, good. Now, what if we want to show that this date and time as string for us to see? You can use date time dot date. So if you say date time dot date, this will take a long takes as long and change it to string. You passing the date time dot now, and then we log it. We should be able to get the current date. Okay, so let me push this inside the button. Click. Okay, should be here. We'll be using a log. So run. Okay, here you have it, 2026 third 7. Now what if we want to change the format? Currently this is the format we have. This one is this. Okay, what if we want the month to be in full, maybe March, or in 3 letters? Okay, we can do that using changing this. If we change this to 3 capital M's, so let's see. Let's declare date time dot now as different variable. It's dim now as, let's say, dim today. Remember, the date and time gives a long value. Then from here, if we log today, now that we've changed the format to this, let's run and see. As you can see, the month has changed, right? But if you want the year to be just 2 digits, right, we can just use 2YY. 26 March 07. Can you see? But if you want to also log the time, so date time dot time, then pass the value. Okay, 12:20, 19 seconds. That is it. Okay. Now moving on. We also have date time dot get year, get month, get day of the month, and all those. So assuming you already have a date, you can also use date pass, right? So let's try it and see. Assuming we have a date, I'm going back to the 4.1. Okay. So now assuming we have a date, which is, let's say, 1990, right? February 1st, 1990. And want to convert this to long, you can use log date time dot, let's say, the old date as long date time dot date pass. We want to convert this date to long, right? Then which date? We'll put the date inside, and make sure the date format is the same as the format you set above. If the format is different, it will give you an error. So by this, then if we log old date, let's try it and see. You can see this our date. This is the long version. Okay. What if we want to get only the year out on today's date? Let's do that. So move everything to the button. Click. You have the year, you have today. Now we want to get the year. Okay. Assume we don't know, let me use the one we converted. Assume we don't know this date. We're only given a long date. Okay. So this is our date. The old date as long equals to this, right? And we are asked to retrieve the year, the month, then the day from it. This is what we can do. Let me put this at the top. This is how we converted it. But now, assuming we have this, we want to check those details. So we can have log year is. So we'll use date time dot get year. Let's get year. Get year is here, right? It's asking for the tick, so we'll use the old date as long, right? We'll do the same for month and the day. So get month, you use dot get month. Day, get day of the month, which will give you 1 up to 7, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right? Let's run it. And see, even though as we are even having this, we're able to get the year, which is the 1990, the month, which is 2, and the day, which is 1, from this string of old dates, this long value. Okay. Now, there is another library, helper library, that we can also use. It's called date utils. It's in both B4A, B4i, B4J. Okay, so you go to your libraries tab, look for date utils. Okay, in B4J is J date utils, B4A just date utils, and then B4i, I'm sure it's I date utils. Okay, now that you've added this library, we can also use that to perform additional calculations. Okay, so for example, we want to know the age, right, between this date and then today. This is what we can do. We can say, so comment here, get age between two dates. So we can say the birth year as long. So as we don't know, so let's choose a date and pass it. So date time dot date pass. So we have somebody is born in 1980 on the 10th, 16th day, right? So we are passing this date, that's the person's birth year. Now the age you declare that's period, okay, equals to date utils dot. So if you can see date utils, it has add period, get day of week name, right? So this one will then day of the week name, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, using as we get this day. Then get day names, and it's also here. Get month name, get month names. You see all of them is the same day. You can check if it's the same day. Period between, so this is what we will be using, or period between days. Can you see? If you say period between, okay, and then you can choose the birth year and then today, right? Today's date, then the year the person is born, and then today's year. So you can say log age dot years. So the period variable has seconds, minutes, all inside, hours and the rest. So we want only the years, right? And close. You can say your age is age dot in years. So let's run this. Right, calculate. So your age is 45 based on this. Exactly. You can also use it to calculate countdown. So let's look at this. I'll paste the code here. Check the number of days to an event. So if you plug in 2026 December 25th, right? Then we check period between in days, datetime dot now. Then we log. Let's check. So days until event, 292 days. Can you see? So this is one useful thing you can use B4X. So I'll end this here, Any questions, please put it in the comment. Remember to like, subscribe,